another set. Beautiful day to hang some tree stands.
I just want everybody to know, I carried all this in myself, one arm. I know a lot of people can't do that.
Lies. Lies, lies, lies. Don't believe him. I carried all that stuff with half an arm.
I carried part of it.
I'm the 22-year-old. Come on, Chris.
Well, I'm double the age, so I should get to carry half as much.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how it works.
Hey everyone, it's August 27th. Today we're going to hang another set. We chose this tree mainly because it's by a field to our right that we've been seeing a lot of good bucks in. We call a buck beef stick, and we're after this buck this year, but he's been cruising this field with some other good bucks, and today we're going to hang a double. So Chris is going to talk to you about finding the right tree location and all that good stuff.
And just one thing to say, this is a good example of asking your neighbors to hunt. Tristin just stopped in, and this is a good property. It's always been beside them, and stopped in, and it was a real quick yes. So it never hurts to stop and ask your neighbors about getting hunting permission. Turns out really well a lot of times. So here we are. We just started doing some scouting, and of course the field's out here to our right. There's not a lot of food food in there, but the deer have been coming in here in the summer, but we think in the fall here they're probably going to back in because we got a lot of acorns this year. So what we've done, we got a power line down here to our left. It's really, really thick. You really can't hunt it for bow. So what we've done is we found just a little opening strip here between the field, and there's actually a creek bed, one down here, and a flat with a lot of oaks up here in between. So what we're trying to do is catch them in a travel corridor in between this field and the other side of the road over here. So the hardest thing, of course, is always finding a tree. And we got some trees around here that are just, you know, no limbs or anything on them, but then you just stick out like crazy. So we actually ended up picking this tree right here, and there's a lot of limbs the whole way up through, and what we try to do is get a stand just above a big limb that has a lot of leaves on it to give you some cover underneath of the stand. So it really breaks up their depth perception, and they don't pick you up near as bad as just hanging on the side of a tree that has nothing on it. So, and then of course if you're lucky, if it's actually straight is always a problem. But this one looks pretty good. We got a lot of limbs that are coming out from the side that'll be underneath the stand, so it should work pretty good.
We have about over a month left until PA archery comes in, so just out here trying to get as much done as we can. But you know, if you're sitting at home watching this video and you got to go out and put some stands up, it's not too late. So
yeah, takes a lot of work. It's the whole, we were just talking about that earlier today, you know, it's not just shooting the arrow that's the thing. It's so much more than that. It's the scouting the whole way through the year. It's putting trail cameras out. It's all this hard, sweaty work, putting these stands up in the right locations. And it's a lot of work, but it's part of the whole process of hunting. And that's, I think we enjoy that more than anything, not just the day that you actually go sitting in the stand and cut an arrow loose.
Yeah, it definitely makes all this hard work worthwhile after you're holding a 120, 130 inch deer you've been seeing since June.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so we're going to get busy here. So we're just going to talk about tree stand safety a little bit, I guess. This is a tree stand that has been out here for quite a while, probably 5 years or so. And that's always a danger, you know, coming back later to a stand that you haven't hunted in a while. And that's really when people get hurt, because as you can see, a lot of our straps, the tree's been growing, snapped the cam buckle right off and broke the strap. And a lot of these straps are the same way, the whole way up through the tree. So the thing you got to be careful, of course, is if they're on there and you start climbing, one of those breaks, you know what happens. You end up on the ground, and that's not a good thing. You hear stories about people getting hurt, and that's how it happens. So we've been getting a good buck on cam here, so we're wanting to come back to this spot. So we come back to probably going to be cutting all these straps off, putting new ones on, checking the stand, just coming back and making sure everything's safe. But just to explain a little bit about our system we use, the HSS safety lines we use on everything, and it enables you. I just have my lines belt on right now, but when you hook your hook on the actual safety strap, you can hook right on the prusik knot before you even go up. Slide the knot as you're climbing, and that way you're connected from the time you leave the ground till you come back down. That way, if a strap breaks, if your foot slips, stand breaks, anything at all, you're connected to that tree 100% the whole time you're up off the ground. So I don't think there's really any safer way to be. I know a lot of people go up the steps, you know, climb the whole way up, get in the stand, and then put their safety line on once they're up there. But realistically, a lot of the stuff that happens whenever you're climbing and whenever you're getting in the stand. So really, really, really recommend these. Of course, we use a lineman's belt. Actually, the safety harness I have on right now from HSS is specifically for hanging tree stands. It's got these nice little sidecars, I call them, on the side to put all my stuff in. And your lineman's belt, of course, attaches in the front from here to here, and you can support yourself on the tree, and I'll show you that. But that way you're kind of connected to the tree and have some support before you even get that safety line on. So we're going to work at this stand, get all the new straps on, make sure everything's safe so it's ready to go on the first of the season.